Facebook lead form ads have a bad reputation of producing spammy leads, and a lot of people actually stopped leveraging lead forms as a way of generating leads because all they were getting were super unqualified people who couldn't even remember that they filled out the form to work with them in the first place. But I managed to generate more than 500 leads in less than 2 weeks for a client by leveraging lead form ads. And in this video, I'm gonna show you exactly what funnel I used to achieve such result and what are those small little tweaks that I implemented that really skyrocketed this whole campaign. All right, before we cover the whole process, I want to show you some proof here. So this is the campaign that I'm talking about. And as we can see, we are on a campaign level right now. And this is the result, right? So more than 500 leads. And we can see the time frame is 2 weeks actually. And the cost per result is kind of crazy. It's less than $2 per lead. And on this campaign, we've actually spent around $900 in order to produce this result. And when we go to the ad set level, we can see that we actually had 4 different ad sets. Each ad set was targeting different angle. So we've set up 4 angles. And based on that, that's how we approached it, because we wanted to segment the market and to cover each segment specifically with unique message, each specifically tailored to each market. And as you can see, we've gotten different results, right? So cost per lead here was the lowest, and it was a clear sign that this angle is performing the best for this specific market that our client is operating in. This was the highest cost per lead, and we turned off that campaign shortly after we realized the result. And I always love to spend at least $100 to test the waters. And for each angle, we've spent around $200 each to really find the winners and best performing ads that we could scale after. Then when we open this, we are again at the campaign level. I just wanted to show you guys, this is the cost per result that our client had before. So they were paying $16 per lead and $11 per lead, and we managed to generate them leads for less than $2, which is kind of crazy if you ask me, because more than 5x difference, right? So right now I'm going to show you exactly the strategy behind this success. So unfortunately, I can't publicly disclose which ads exactly we were running, but if you want the exact file with all of our winning ads, you can send me a message on LinkedIn or IG, or you can book a call with me, and I'll gladly send you the resource. But for the sake of this video, I just wanted to cover this small little tweak that we made in order to start producing really qualified leads and people who actually want to work with our client. But the whole point is, at the first stage of the funnel, we want to generate attention. So we want to get as many eyeballs as possible to our offer in order for us to be able to filter those people and really find out people who want to work with us. So to do that, we obviously defined our ICP, which stands for Ideal Customer Profile. And based on that ICP, we mapped out all of their pain points, all of their problems, desires, stuff like that are related to our offer and how we can help them. And we pretty much segmented the market, and we used 4 different types of ads to do such a thing. We pretty much focused on different pain points. So angle 1 was one pain point, angle 2 was targeting different pain point, angle 3 was targeting another pain point, and angle 4 was targeting another pain point. And what we've actually done there, we managed to segment one big market into 4 different segments inside it, and that way we managed to attract very sophisticated people within that market, right? Because if you have too broad of a message, you won't be able to resonate that deeply with the desired market, right? So you always want to be very specific so you can show that you understand them, and then the prospect feels understood. That prospect will be more likely to buy, because they'll be more likely to trust you, right? Because you're pretty much reflecting everything that's happening to them at that moment, and you're offering solution to that problem, right? So when we define those angles, we've set up the ads, and as I said, we were running lead form ads, and we were redirecting all of that traffic to a very simple lead form. And it pretty much looks like this. The prospect sees the ad on Facebook or IG, doesn't matter. This is how it looks like. Then the prospect, when the prospect clicks on the ad, the prospect will be redirected to this lead form. And we want to have specific questions here. And I'm going to show you this exactly small little tweak that we've made that really changed the game for us, and it really increased the quality of the lead. So lead form structure is very important. We want to have these obvious questions. So their name, mobile, and email. And then you want to include 2 qualifying questions. So not only will your prospects be more qualified, but also they'll remember your business better, because when you just put this contact information here and people have an option to do the automatic fill out, they won't even remember that they fill out the form in the first place. But when you introduce all of these things, you can really change the narrative and how your leads approach your company. And this is a small little hack that we implemented. So you don't want to allow people to fill out this automatically. You want to put name, mobile, and email as a short answer rather than their classic contact information. I'm going to show you how you can do that. So this is how you set up the lead form. You select, when it comes to the form type, you want to select higher intent. Then you want to select this. So you want to fill out the headline with whatever your headline is, that isn't that important, and description as well. And when you do those 2 parts of the process, you will be redirected to the question part that you need to set up. So you set up it like this. You have 2 qualifying questions. That's usually their budget, so we can know whether they have money to invest or not, and we want to know their time frame, right? If they're serious if they're serious buyer, so we don't waste time with tire kickers. And you want to set up as a multiple choice, so we want to give them like 2 or 3 or 4 options that they can choose. And now this is what I kind of wanted to highlight here. You want to set up this as a short answer, and that way they need to type their full name and email manually rather than having Facebook to fill out that automatically for them. So that way, when they really need to use their brain to fill out that manually, they're more likely to remember your business. And when you call them, they won't be like, oh, this is some kind of a scam. I didn't really fill out any form, because they honestly don't remember when they fill up that automatically. So this is a small little tweak that we implemented that really skyrocketed our results. After that, it was all about the sales. So when the prospect fills out the form, we had a call center, so our appointment setter, that was calling people immediately when they fill out the form, because that's when the prospect is most likely to buy, and they are their warmest immediately when they fill out the form. So you have around 5 up to 10 minutes max to call out every lead. And if you don't do that, chances of you actually booking a call significantly decreases. And we don't want to waste our ad spend and our money. So you always want to have an appointment setter in place who's been trained on a proven appointment setting process, so they can, first of all, understand their current situation, then understand their desired situation, so what's their goal, and then understand if they have money to invest and what's their time frame, right? Because we don't want to deal with tire kickers and waste our time on 1-hour Zoom calls, right? So this will be a very quick 5 to 10 minutes phone call, and if they're qualified, appointment setter will schedule them in for a Zoom call. And this part is also very important because we want to warm them up before a call. So the appointment setter will pretty much hype them up, so they're ready to show up on a call. They're warm and they're more likely to buy your solution rather than just redirecting them straight from ads to a call, because chances of them not showing up will significantly increase. And also they'll be a very cold because it's their first time hearing about you. So obviously trust won't be there, and they pretty much won't be ready to buy straight away, right? So when we schedule them in for a Zoom call, we want to have a proven sales process in place. We also provided our client with that. And after that, it's pretty much straightforward. They're going to be pushed them for a purchase, and that's how we acquire clients. And also something very important is we don't just want to set and forget, which is pretty much what a lot of people are actually doing. We want to have AI doing the retargeting and also sending SMSs and emails, so they're constantly reminded about our offer, our company, and about the call. So we have a show rate that's higher than 70 or 80%, which is very important. And also we want to hammer them with content that's specifically optimized for handling objections, for increasing trust. So we're going to redirect them with our trust assets, such as case studies, testimonials, all of that good stuff. So when they show up on a call after a few days, not only will they remember that they have a call and they actually show up, but also they'll be a lot warmer and ready to buy your solution. So at that point, your sales calls will look like an onboarding call. So it will more appear as an onboarding call rather than a classic sales calls when you really need to handle objections and educate them about you, your offer, your company. And this is pretty much how we approach that. And this is by far one of the fastest ways to test your offer and really to get the ball rolling and start getting a lot of leads that are actually qualified and want to work with you. Obviously, later down the road, you want to introduce some more complexity, and that way you'll get more qualified lead. But if you're just starting out with your offer, and not only starting out, if you want to test fast, and if you want to get ball rolling with paid ads, and this is one of the cheapest option if you even want to start running paid ads. This is one of the best funnels that you can leverage, but it is very important to have the full funnel in place. You can't just set up lead formats and be like, all right, I'm done now. No, you want to have all of your retargeting, you want to have all of your AI automations in place, you want to have a proven appointment setting and sales system in place, and of course you want to really know your ICP, their pain points. You really need to have your foundation in place, and you need to focus on segmenting the market this way in order to have results such as these, right? Quick one before I do a recap here. If you want my help with scaling your high ticket offer with ads, with setting up retargeting automations, helping you differentiate in a market and optimize your high ticket offer for cold audiences, and also setting up your whole sales process, feel free to book a call with me below. I'm offering a free consultation where we're going to dive deep into your business and see what you actually need, and then we're going to implement that. Also subscribe to our channel. It helps a ton because I'll be posting these business videos on how you can scale your high ticket offer. So now let's do a quick recap. So first of all, you need to have your ICP in mind. ICP stands for ideal customer profile. When you know who you want to help, you need to craft a high ticket offer around that, right? So you want to solve one specific problem for one specific group of people. And when you package that, you want to segment the market and position yourself so you stand out from competitors. Then you want to bring eyeballs to your offer, right? You can do that with ads. It's the most secure way because if you know what you're doing, you can invest $1 in and get $10 back. So this is the most predictable way of acquiring clients. Then you want to have a proven appointment setting process in place. So you want to not only qualify people, but also you want to warm up them for a call. Then when you book a call, you don't just want to set and forget. You want to hammer them with your sales content, which is case studies, objection handling, and also testimonials. And also you want to have your AI reminders in place so people don't forget about actually showing up to a call. And then you want to have a sales calls process in place so you can close the deal and collect cash. Thank you for your time. Hope you enjoyed the video and see you in the next one. Bye.